Hello everyone and welcome back to EGL Circuit PTC versus EXE. Game 1 was utter domination.
Pretty much, yeah. It was incredibly calculated. It wasn't like a bloodbath, but it was really convincing, super strong play from EXE. Started off with that dragon fight where Malphite had the huge knock up, and kind of like slowly snowballed from there. You saw it was just even gold lead into 2,000 after that dragon fight, and then slowly just went up to 2.5, 3, 4,000, and then PTC made the call for the Baron. Didn't work out. They got the Cloud Soul on top of it, and they pushed him off the Baron. So, pretty pretty convincing out of EXE. Super strong communications and synergy with them.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. I think it was very clear that like PTC had farm lanes pretty much the entire lane in bot lane and mid lane. Jungle kind of fell behind. But the team fighting out of EXE was phenomenal.
Yep.
Like that first dragon fight for me just kind of sealed down like this game probably going to EXE because they already got that early Drake, and then when you saw that ward immediately drop, Malph's coming in.
Yeah.
Like that was perfect.
Yeah.
He always was getting. Bearson was always getting on the targets that needed to get got on.
Yeah. Especially because in the first couple fights he was hitting the priority targets. But then you had like the Baron fight where Hecarim was doing a lot to the Caitlyn, and then Barrett looks at it as like, okay, Deadpool Gambit and Mega Man aren't the target anymore. Gotta appeal for Solo Mason, and he does that and makes sure that Solo Mason stays alive so that they can get the Baron. So huge plays out of.
I think we also
Bearson.
got to talk about it. We just stacked Magi's.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. He got the Darkseer early because it's like it's a fine item, and then he's like, wait, he has 7 stacks of this. Like, is he gonna upgrade it? And he did. So. Yeah, we do see now that EXE is on the blue side now, so PTC is opting to go red. Wonder how this is going to change bans up if PTC is going to really want that counter pick for mid lane. Like, Mega Man was doing a lot of work because he had early kills and an early CS lead. Maybe that counter pick just goes into Megan Foxy because we have seen Megan Foxy do stuff like Aatrox, Fiora, Camille, things that can definitely hard carry. So, and then at the opposite side, how does this change EXE? Because now they get first pick, and PTC used that before for the Hecarim, and it kind of fell flat. So, will EXE do something similar with the Hecarim, or maybe they don't care and they just they don't want to prioritize it? So.
I'll say drafting from that first game, the only like issue I really saw was that PTC could have gotten a priority top laner, and they went with a safe pick with the Maokai, and Bear completely abused it.
Yep.
He played the noodle fight, and then he knew that with Malphite he knew that he was going to have more impact in fights.
Yeah. Not only did he have more impact in fights, but he also had like 2 plates like really early on.
Yep.
So, yeah, great stuff out of Bearson. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. We also are seeing Vissel still in for game 2 because that was the other question mark we were talking about. So, PTC is still confident that Vissel was putting in more success or more work than Jing was, and they're confident in that. So, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, just all around good play from EXE. It was just the team fighting that EXE did better at.
All right, looks like I got a chat question that I got to answer.
How many flamingos?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than I can count in my fingers, and that's about all I can go.
Yep.
So
definitely not
many
enough, though.
flamingos. Not too many, just enough flamingos.
Just enough. Otherwise,
Yeah, it looks like we're about to be getting into champ select here. Who do you think's going to be prioritized for the first pick in this second game?
I would think, especially as EXE, I would just go with Caitlyn first pick if PTC doesn't ban it.
Keeping the TF out is pretty important.
Yeah, and now PTC wants to ban the Hecarim.
Yep, I mean, it would make sense because I believe Tricknick spammed that champion before the season started. just because every team should have known that that champ was going to be insane.
Yep.
Echo
Yeah,
ban.
same bans out of
Same.
EXE. But yeah, because like even though like Deadpool Gambit is like a phenomenal AD carry and put up some crazy numbers season one, the fact that he was going against the Caitlyn, who had such heavy priority in that lane, just made it really difficult for Deadpool Gambit to get his own leads or to set things up.
I must not fall.
Leona. Pretty
Yeah.
good pick.
Yeah, another
Probably the
stable
best
ban.
support at like setting up fights.
Yeah, because now at this point, the two bans that were left from game one are the Mordekaiser and the Kazakhs, while the EXE bans are still the same. So we'll see what PTC wants to ban and what they want to leave up.
I don't think they give Kazakhs over.
Oh, and the Malphite.
Wow. So Kazakhs is still up for this first rotation. I'm not sure on Vissel's champ pool if they can potentially take away the Kazakhs.
But
Like you said, Caitlyn pick probably coming out here
yeah,
from EXE.
yeah, and I like it. It proved that it put in a lot of work game one.
I think it's Solo Mason's best champion.
it's
Probably
it's definitely up there.
between Caitlyn and Ashe. it's
Yeah,
pretty well
and
set.
those champions are really good. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the Solo Mason Callista,
That would have been so spicy.
but Caitlyn is we'll settle for the Caitlyn. His Caitlyn put in a lot of work, and
Ashe and the Caitlyn, it's just kind of the tug of war battle between
Yeah.
the bot laners.
technically Ashe is a little bit favored because of like the volley
Yep.
poke and stuff, and it does have still strong range and the CC team fighting. So-
Ornn is up, as chat points out.
Ooh, yeah, that is a
And
really solid
Lulu's
point.
picked. Lulu's interesting. I talked about it in the draft last game.
Yeah,
I think Polymorph's really, really good for a lot of these aggressive comps. I think
yeah,
Polymorph and Kazakhs is
That's pretty-
really good.
yeah, that is really
It's
good.
an interesting pick out of Tricknick. Obviously going with comfort, but
Yeah, and he loves a champion, but when you're against the Lulu,
It's-
that can easily stop it.
like you're never ganking bot.
Yeah, not
Like,
only
ever.
can you just polymorph the Kazakhs, and he is incredibly squishy, but if he ever like jumps in on someone, you can use the wild growth to try to shut him down.
That's pretty good in the Lulu though, for the
Mhm.
lockdown. But again, Polymorph just makes the lane annoying to be aggressive. Shields are annoying, but if you get a good exchange, lock her down or lock down the Ashe, I don't really think there's
Yeah,
too
luckily,
much.
Lulu can't really do anything for the Nautilus ulti, nor like the Q. Like
Yep.
once Nautilus pulls them in, then
They're-
you can polymorph them so
Yep.
they can't get the auto attacks in there. But otherwise, like when the dredge line comes in for that initial card control, it is pretty strong. So
Olaf getting locked in for assuming the jungle for PTC. Again, can't say much on Vissel on it, but obviously a strong champ. Lissandra ban.
yeah,
That's pretty interesting. I know we've seen Padawan Tano play Lissandra quite a bit.
yeah, he definitely likes that champion. It's another champion very similar to Ari, where it gets to self-initiate and be a frontline for Trick Nick or Solo Mason, kind of buying space for them, and also being able to crowd control people. Fiora ban, I would assume that's targeted at Megan Foxy. And
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser ban. So I am actually really interested that Ari is still on the table.
Yep.
Where even though Mega Man was doing well into the Ari lane, Ari still had a better teamfight presence. Granted, they both had very solid teamfight presence at first dragon, and considering after that first dragon
Bear doesn't want to play it or against it.
or against it,
There goes the Ornn.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
yeah, especially with the Mordekaiser ban, like
Yeah, it's just
would've
kind
been-
of a
would've been-
necessary ban.
yeah, it would have been totally fine to give over the Ornn if that's still up, but that's the main champion that Bear likes into it.
Oriana's picked up.
So
Just
That-
great champ
yeah,
overall.
yeah, definitely, especially with the Olaf,
Yep.
to be able to speed it up. If this Olaf gets like the littlest of leads, the amount of utility that they have to support this Olaf is pretty crazy.
I mean, literally just arrow into Shockwave,
Mm-hmm.
dead.
Yeah,
On
yeah, they have.
anyone that is mispositioned at any time. Post
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, Padawan
Ari
Time
getting
also
locked in
getting
again.
the Ari that he wants.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, if they lock in this Aatrox, it is a bear special.
Gragas, interesting as well.
Pretty sure that's a random hover. We'll see what actually gets locked in.
I've never seen Bear play Jax. You teamed with him. What do you know about Jax?
I don't know if I've seen Bear play Jax. I mean, Bear always puts out stuff that surprises us. Like in the final week when we played against EGL and he played Akali, I was like, didn't know Bear played Akali, and he did pretty well in Nagilio. But
The Poppy into
so
Jax. Interesting.
I would think that it's all right because you can use Steadfast Presence to gap close pretty much a lot of these champions. Like if not only can you use it from Jax by itself, Kha'Zix by itself, Ahri by itself, but if Nautilus tries to hook, say, Ashe, and the Poppy's sitting on top of them, then you can use the Steadfast Presence to make sure that Nautilus doesn't get the passive snare auto attack. So the only question that I have is Poppy fine in the lane? Like, does it like neutralize it, or will Jax just like steamroll the lane once he gets a couple items to get to the late game?
Yeah, I'm very interested in that lane. Overall, though, looking at the comps, not gonna lie, I like PTC's just a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, Bear's on another champion that can engage and has a little bit more damage output, and they still have Padawan's Ahri, which he will always go to if it's open. Yeah, the Twin Shadows and the Glacial and GLP just provide so much for them, especially since, similar to last game, when Deadpool Gambit was on Aphelios and Mega Man's on Syndra, those champions are just like sitting ducks. And luckily they banned the Malphite. But when it comes to, say, if you use like the GLP to slow down one of those two carries, and Jax is coming in, he can easily just jump on them.
Yeah, so like looking at it compared to like last game, all that EXE like really has for like hard lockdown is the Knot, whereas last game they had the Mouth and they had Knot for a really easy wombo combo. But now looking at PTC, they have that fairly easy wombo combo with Arrow Shockwave. I think that's gonna kind of shape how these team fights are gonna go, and I think that they might be a little bit easier for PTC to navigate those team fights.
Yeah. The only thing that I am like interested about is how much kind of like the laning is going to impact how the fights go. So before last game, it was CS leads CS lead for mid, and then in the beginning parts, bot lane was pretty even, and then top lane was pretty even. But now that this game, Tricknick is on the Kha'Zix, who has a totally fine time into the Olaf, and could definitely try to assassinate him. Will those jungle differences make a huge impact before a team fight even happens at the Dragon? So,
yeah, I definitely want to see some early jungle aggression on the Kha'Zix. He should be invading, as long as lanes get priority. Obviously, bot lane will have that priority. Just a question of how this Jax lane, the solo lanes kind of go. I think Mega Man will have an easier time pushing in Padawan, but then top lane just kind of a toss up for me. I'll probably see Kha'Zix hovering more towards bot side invades.
Yeah, and even though like Caitlyn do push really well, having the Ashe to kind of push back and having the Lulu for the range versus melee support matchup will do like a decent amount of neutralizing. So Nautilus can't like freely walk up, and he'll take like a little bit of harass prior to it, but at least Caitlyn, especially solo Mason's Caitlyn, will be a huge impact for this bottom lane. Yeah.
As Riskit puts it, Nick's Kha'Zix do be S tier.
Yeah.
That do be true.
Yeah, he loves that. He loves that champion a lot. So, especially because last game, Tricknick was, Yeah.
158,000 points. I think I have
No big
100K in a
deal.
couple champs, but like,
Yeah, that's getting up there.
yikes.
I wonder if there's. Yeah. Everyone's proficient on these champions.
A lot of time in on them.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what they do off the rip here. See if there's anything interesting. I would love to see some early aggression. Maybe go for a pick.
Yeah,
Some good old solo Q-esque.
if we can get a little bit more fighting between teams right before a dragon comes up, that'd be cool. So, I mean, the first dragon is Cloud, so maybe both teams are just like, yeah, we don't care.
Just pass on it.
Yeah, Lulu does have the summon area, which I really like instead of the guardian.
We
So,
got a question from chat.
oh, unlimited ninja. Unfortunately, this is not the Krusty Krab.
This is Patrick.
Otherwise, yeah. So yeah, with the Lulu going airy, kind of wanting to play more aggressive onto the Nautilus and kind of bullying him. Be a little bit harder with the Caitlyn. Granted, you can like E a minion and then throw the Q out to reach a Caitlyn. And it does help the shields out a lot. Super fun fact is that you can proc summon Airy pretty much on like any like buff that you're giving a champion.
Oh.
So something that we saw in the FN versus IPT match where Super Thig on Swain was about to die, but command Dissonance, even though all of it gives is move speed, proc summon Airy again to give a bonus shield. So even things like the what is it? The Whimsy is the Lulu W, I believe.
I think.
Even though that's just move speed and attack speed, it'll proc summon area as well.
Okay. Interesting trade. Fairly even. Well, a little bit
Yeah,
more
at least it's a little
more
bit of
favor by
action. It's already more action
Yeah.
than we had.
throughout like,
Last
the
game.
entirety of the beginning of the last game.
Yeah, we see Olaf went blue Grump, while Tricknick went red to.
Red to the solo
yeah,
camps.
to the
Makes
top
sense for
side.
Kha'Zix. Just get the isolation damage off.
Yep.
A little bit faster clear, I assume. It'll probably wrap back around for Wolves and go to the Scuttle.
Yeah, and you're kind of already seeing like the Ashe being like a more neutralizer for the Caitlyn, being able to push it back. But I wonder if these junglers are gonna run into each other and now, because Krabby's gonna be spawning kind of shortly.
Wonder if
Kaz
Nick's
kinda
gonna
looked
go
to get aggressive.
in. I think he's just gonna like just go sit in that. Yeah, he's gonna go around to the red and wait for Olaf to get on it. See how low he gets.
Yeah, but you don't.
Oh, he got all the way back around in that. But
This is a
And he
really
dropped a
interesting
ward.
spot for
Mega Man-
Nick.
Mega Man can roam up here if he's found.
Yeah,
Looks like
And-
Olaf does see him.
Bear has. Ooh, and
Oh, it goes
they
in
spot him
early.
somewhere.
Should be pretty easy confirmed. Nope. Mega Man's there with the assist.
That is flash out of Vissel though, and that's kind of like what I like
That's
to
huge.
see out of Nick already, is being
Capital
very
hits a
aggressive.
huge hook, but ignites when there's not really much follow-up.
Yeah, they do get Deadpool Gambit heal, which is nice. So technically, it's a summoner trade with a 60-second window in which Ignite will be up and heal will be down.
Tricknick is pretty low, but during the time that Olaf's doing this red buff, he should be able to get the Scuttle.
Yeah, and it's not like a huge win out of the jungle.
I think he might have overstayed a little bit in the jungle. Because there was enough time there also. Oh, huge hook. Gets a flash on a Deadpool Gambit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a great read out of Capwell. You almost want to think.
Tricknick, though, getting caught out here. Ari is coming down. Should be... Oh, tough fight.
Yeah, but now Capwell doesn't have flash. Or
Charm does
This
land
doesn't have-
onto Oriana. Gets a flash.
yeah, they're trading summoners all the way
Capwell
around.
finds the Ashe.
Oh,
And he has enough for the hook. Tricknick
there-
getting first blood.
and that is just a great read out of Capwell. Seeing that Ashe is gone, be like, okay, maybe Ashe is here, and just sees him at a terrible time. So super good synergy out of Cap and Nick, which is kind of what we were expecting. These guys have been playing with each other, probably just solo queue for a while, but I mean, having the support jungle synergy is super strong.
Let's see what Tricknick's up to here in the jungle. Olaf is on bot side as well, looks like. Just looking to see if he can go in on the Orianna, maybe assassinate. Vissel very low here, has to smite.
Yeah.
Dragon is up.
Kind of a... Well, I wonder if they're going to...
They're going to go for the dive here.
I mean, Padawan has flash.
Tanking one church shot, 2 church shots, and Padawan Tano cleans
is-
it up. Beautiful dive.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised that Mega Man didn't like sniff that out before, because like you saw Nick in the jungle multiple times playing very aggressive, or Mega Man could have been sniffing that out because he had no flash, and I'm pretty sure that's already 2, if not 3, Dark Harvest stacks for Tricknick. Whenever he comes back on the map, we'll
We'll be able
take a
to
look
see.
at that later. But this is an incredible early game from EXE.
Already a 1k gold up.
Yeah.
It's a lot more aggression than last game. It's
Yeah.
very, very nice to see. out of them.
That's what I
They're playing confident now.
That's what I like about Tricknick Kha'Zix. This is why I just wouldn't want to personally give him that champion. He's way too comfortable on it, and he could play very aggressive, and it's like another game where it's like, okay, Vissel got to pick the jungler that he like wants, quote unquote, but doesn't matter. Tricknick is putting in all
Soloing the
work.
dragon pretty easily. Olaf's top side.
Yeah. Now this game
How
you
much
have.
they can go here. I believe. Did Olaf? I didn't catch if he did Raptors or not, but if he might have got.
I would assume so.
Maybe he got caught somewhere. I don't see any wards that they could have seen him on. Oh my god! Flash charm lands. Kha'Zix going in. Should be able to assassinate here. Clean up by Padawan Tano.
That is beautiful.
So much aggression.
Like, not only did Padawan flash in for the point blank charm, make sure that it doesn't hit, but caught Mega Man right before Mega Man can hit level 5 or level 6, because he is level 5 right now. So Mega Man did not have that command shockwave up. So
It's a very clean flash charm or charm flash.
yeah,
Tricknick is down 10 CS here, but he's putting so much pressure on the PTC with this Kha'Zix.
yeah, he's gotten multiple flashes by himself, and already has 100% KP.
Padawan Tano is here.
It's
for
like
the
another
assists,
situation in which-
smites to get his health back, but he should die. Yep. Let's see if EXE can get it. The charm lands. Solo Mason cleans up the kill. Very good for him.
Yeah, good handoff.
He's got a 12 CS lead right now.
Yeah, I'm glad that they gave that over to Solo Mason to help abuse the bottom lane. Good steadfast presence on Megan Foxy to make sure that Jack can't jump up on him. But
Goes in.
Megan Foxy is actually putting in a lot
pushes-
of work to Bearson.
Yeah, pushes bear out. That's.
And it's an even CS lead. Solo Mason has a red buff though.
I think Catfall right there was hoping that the minion would die and he would have hit a really, really sick Q. Otherwise, we're just going back to a bit of a neutral lane down in the bot lane. That was so close.
Super Thick's not also hit that.
They're playing so confident. This is so nice to see out of EXE.
Yeah.
Asher does land, might have got a little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah, they can't
Polymorph
really
is doing
do
Polymorph
anything.
does. Olaf coming in on the gank. Soul Mason flashes for flash. Should go down
Yeah.
here. Does he have the net?
The
Dodges
net shouldn't be up, but he might get the trade kill.
Nope.
Ooh, he will not. And they get the axe to connect on the Solo Mason. So that was a play that really needed to happen for PTC.
They're playing so aggressive. Too aggressive.
That's a little bit too aggressive.
Too aggressive.
But, I mean, in that meantime, Tricknick is doing the Herald.
But
They
Orianna does get there. Confirms it. Turns 6, but I don't think there's anywhere he can go. Oh, does Flash. Patty.
Ooh, are they going to be able to
Is
turn
Megan
this?
Foxy gonna get him?
They get another
Tricknick
dark,
gets it.
Get another Dark Harvest.
Stun
Like,
on
oh my God,
Orianna.
Bearson.
Double kill. What is going on here?
That was a beautiful play out of Bearson. He literally he jumps onto Padawan Tano with the Counter Strike up.
Wow.
And then flashes onto the Orianna to hardly be able to react. That was incredibly good, and just a good read. So because he didn't have priority from mid and top at the time, but it didn't matter. Tricknick with the ultimate and the flash being able to buy enough time for Ari and for Padawan and Bearson to get there. And honestly, I mean, I don't play Kha'Zix, but like this Dark Harvest is putting in a lot of work.
A lot of work. I used to play
Because,
Kha'Zix back in the day, and the way that Tricknick explained is exactly how you need to play Kha'Zix. Its early aggression is like the only thing the champ really shines at.
Yeah, because like especially with the Dark Harvest, like you think that you're okay and you're really not. Capital is on a pink ward, but and he is here again looking
Mega Man
to
0 under half health. Tricknick should.
Yeah,
just
he doesn't even
backs
take
out,
that
just
much.
backs
Yeah,
out. That's fine. Scuttle's up.
well, because Mega Man is 0-3-0. All he has is the trinity of starting items: Doran's Darksteel Corrupting, and then Sork Boots, and that's all he has.
Meanwhile, Ari already has GLP finish.
Yeah, and the magic
and the boots.
So
Well, he
this
lands
is
it.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Almost lands a charm.
But then Capwell is
Dredgeline
here.
coming out of Mega Man or out of Capwell and confirm Montano. Wow. Mega Man 0 cannot do anything this game.
Yeah.
This is exactly how you need to neutralize this team, because normally Mega Man 0 just chills in his lane, farms up, and assists at like in teamfight situations. But if you take the fight to him, as you
Yeah.
can see, they crumble.
Yeah, he tried to help out early and then got punished for it, and then EXE just did an amazing job with punishing it even farther. Multiple times where his flash was burned, alright, punish it. And now Mega Man's flash is down again and Padawan's is up, and they're just gonna keep ganking him. This is like a flashback of game 2 when IPT played FN, of how aggressive IPT was early, and they got a lot of kills for it early, and they were doing really well. It's the exact same ball game. You turn the nameplates off, and EXE looks incredibly strong.
Already up 2 point.
Yeah, it's just
2K.
2,000 right now, pretty much.
Yep.
Because like mid CS is still down 10.
Oh, Hook hits on his Big Lots. Charm lands too. He's going down here. Tries to ult himself, but there's really no use. Kha'Zix finishes up on the Drake.
Yeah.
Just gets caught out by the knot.
Yeah, I mean,
They
and
just-
that's what it's gonna be against
They don't
this
have.
Ari.
I think Lulu was just going to ward, because there's like one
Probably.
ward like right in front. Like you just get caught warding like that. And it's really interesting. You'd think that Ash would have volleyed or not volley,
Like Hawkshot.
Hawkshot, yeah, Hawkshot to see what's going on. We can really see that because the
That's actually crazy
Screen's
trap placements to have all three of them right there. It's a peculiar spot to throw the traps, but
it's pretty good if you know that the laner is
Yeah, like if you
farming at the
see-
turret and they have to come through there.
yeah, if you see Ash Lulu right there, it takes them so long to be able to move.
Bearson does use
Build
the
Rider
Bilgewater
Cutlass.
Cutlass. Padawan Tano's here for the hiccup. Gives it over to Bearson.
Mhm.
This is EXE style. They are
Yeah.
completely executing on this.
Yeah, and Padawan is doing so much on the map. He telling Tricknick it's like, hey, we can gank Mega Man right now. Telling Capel that he can rotate, and then Padawan also telling Bear it's like, yeah, I can come top. We can kill Megan Foxy. So this is 100% just
Bearson
THE
might have just stayed a little bit too long.
a little bit.
Yep. Just a wee bit too long. Capel pushing up here in the lane. Looking for a hook. Doesn't land. It is what it is.
Yeah, but this is like what we wanted to see, because at the very end of season 1, like THE was putting in a lot of work. They
Oh,
did
is he
really
going
well
for it? He
against-
goes for the dredge line. Should be able to hit the hook here. TP immediately
Oh,
coming
because-
in. Is that from Oriana?
That is
What?
actually so tragic, because Capel has stopwatch, but because he got polymorphed at the very end, he couldn't actually use the stopwatch. So I know everyone hates stopwatch. Well, everyone hates polymorph.
You know, we got all these item changes. Are we like removing that? I didn't check what items like all have been removed. There's just like Frozen Mallet. Is that one going yet? Please,
Yeah,
please.
650 gold is incredibly valuable
Maybe
for.
boost it up a little bit. Maybe remove the thing that like the rune that gives you it.
Oh,
maybe-
commencing stopwatch. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Maybe.
Yeah, commencing stopwatch is pretty good. So yeah.
PTC just gonna clear out some wards. Dragon isn't up for another 2.5 minutes. The Rift heralds up in 30 seconds, though. EXE did get vision on the Olaf, so if Kha'Zix wants to start this up, he probably can. This looks like he's just trying to look for a gank potentially on Bear. Don't really think anything's going to happen here.
Yeah, I mean, Rift Herald is up in a couple seconds, so that's probably what they're going to go to.
Capel gets himself out. Very nice.
Yeah, that is what I love about the Nautilus. Is
Ashe does not have arrow, so...
Yeah, that's why I like the Nautilus pick so much. Is like, Nautilus is a very aggressive engaged champion, but
it's kind of like
also
a reverse Thresh in a sense with the way that you play. Like you get to play up instead of like your AD carry playing up.
Yeah,
give you the same coverage.
Being able to dredge line backwards for defense is really nice.
Oh, I just realized I'm saying dredge line when I mean whatever his ult is. Whoop.
I can't even remember what Nautilus's ulti is. I know the dredge line is the Q.
Yeah, whoop.
And then you have like
Whoops.
the Riptide as the E. Maybe if chat wants to remind us what.
Enlighten me.
Yeah.
Looking at the lead, 15 CS lead for Caitlyn. Orianna's up about 10. Even in the jungle, very small
On a top lane.
difference top.
Yeah, but it still just comes down to the amount of assists. The fact that Padawan has 8 out of 9 KP, and then Trick Nick has 6 KP so far. They're doing a lot right now. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, but
They're all just stalling for the dragon.
Yeah.
45 seconds.
Trick Nick did get second dragon. It's going to be Ocean Soul, which is going to be
Interested
really
to see
nice on
Olaf
Jax.
clearing his Krugs right now. I don't think this is one that you necessarily want to give up. I mean, it puts you on slow point. And I think that they're not too far behind to try to make some kind of play here. Deadpool is also really low on mana.
Yeah, I wonder if Olaf already reset, or if he's just going to be running onto the dragon right away. But, like, the thing with dragon is, like, people think that it's like, oh, dragon's up in X amount of
Oh my
seconds.
god, the damage. Deadpool they know he has no mana.
Oh, and they
Pulling
get
out
the
the TP
teleport
from
out
Megan
of Megan
Foxy.
Foxy right away. And Bearson does have a teleport. I wonder if he's going to use this to try to teleport flank, or try to just be in the front line. And it looks like he's just trying to join with his team and just
PTC
do the front to
should.
back.
Interesting.
Like Ashe has like 0 mana for this fight, so
There
it's
shouldn't-
really good that she got the health plants to get some mana back to be able to use the ultimate. But now they're gonna be putting up a
Bot
lot of
lane.
pressure bot lane.
Flash out of Olaf onto Padawan Tano, but
But with the Spirit Rush, it's like there's no point.
ooh,
That's a pretty
Kha'Zix
good
is caught out by
shockwave.
the shockwave, but looks like they just get Capel
Oh.
finally using the Jax with a
Oh.
3-man stun.
Into the
Insanity. Bearson going huge right now.
Oh my goodness!
Looks like
that was,
we'll be able to
that
get out
was the
charm.
one with the-
Padawan hitting the charm there was insane. And it
And-
should go down.
and the ace in the hole. I would think that Big
Padawan
Lots is
should be
gonna
able to
die.
So close. They will clean up. They will not get the ace, but they will clean up the ocean.
They should be able to get the
3
second
dragons.
dragon or the second tower bottom. What a
Should be too
play
easily.
out of Bearson with
What
the
a
3-man
man.
counter strike, and then you had the GLP covering everybody.
Ace in the hole landing on the Mega Man 0.
Yeah, and actually killing him. I wonder if it was like through the shield, or if the shield just expired as the ace in the hole came in. But
Yeah, it was so.
And then-
Padawan Tano maybe going to take out Vissel here. One more Q. Oh,
yeah,
no,
he
doesn't even need
gets
that.
the ultimate up again.
Uses the ulti. Wow.
Wow, this is, and now it's a 6K gold lead. They have 3 towers down because they got the mid tower and both
Did
bottom
Padawan die at
towers.
all last game? I don't think he did.
I could not remember.
This man is on a mission tonight.
Yeah, he's looking strong. Straight out of THE when he was trying to 1v9 that game. He's
Looks like-
still on form. He's
Potential 3-man collapse here on the Bearson. Does not have it warded. Probably going to die here.
I mean, Padawan Tano does have teleport if they want to.
Polymorph
contest
is
this.
up for, yeah,
They
Penny's
are.
coming in, but I don't think Jax is going to get out here before. And then if he tries to ult, interesting. Ashe. Or, yeah, Ashe ulti. Probably not going to kill here, but Capel is here. But it's only Ahri and Cap. Decent damage coming out of the Q.
Yeah, kind of just an overstay out of Bearson. Just didn't have vision of anybody, so No wards on that side of the map. Yeah, that
That was a hammy arrow.
that kind of looked like a hammy arrow. I didn't want to say it initially, but that was like the very first thing that came to mind. It's like,
We get a ham arrow. We get a Padawan charm now.
Yeah.
Last game.
that's another Patty
Wow.
charm.
Patty charm.
And then
Probably
you
not
have,
gonna get much here.
but I would have liked to see.
Hazen Hall's not gonna connect. Should be able to get the tower though.
I would have liked to see Solomon
Are they gonna
hit
pressure-
that because he has the red buff. But this tower is
They can
100%
probably
going
pressure
down.
Baron pretty early here with the Kazakhs. And they do have a mountain.
Probably.
Drake.
Jax is like relatively tanky, be able to. I actually
Drake
don't know.
getting caught out here. I don't know if he's gonna be able to survive this. He's forcing. Yeah, I was about to say Lulu's there. There's not much they can do here. If he's gonna take the red, maybe get a little bit of health.
Yep, good smite out of Sharkneck, and he's gonna be able to heal up back to full.
His smite will be up relatively soon. They could force us, but
Kazakh's ulti is already almost halfway. It's got to be a very low cooldown.
Yep.
Do they normally take Ultimate Hunter, or?
I don't know. It's been a while since I played jungle.
Yeah, I don't know if Jack can help us out with that. Like what other people normally do with Kazakhs if they go Ultimate or Relentless or Ravenous or.
Barasan getting stunned up here. Should just backs out.
No, but he's putting up a lot of pressure on this bottom side of the map while the Baron is up.
Despite being 0-5 though, Mega Man Zero is holding a 20 CS lead. But if we look at the bot lane situation, the exact opposite. Solo Mason's almost up 30 CS now.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing
Yeah.
very, very well right now.
Yeah, not to mention like up almost 30 CS, but having 200 CS at 21 minutes is like no joke. So super good out of Solo Mason.
I would like to see a little bit of pressure on Baron here. I
Yeah,
honestly
but
think-
the only thing with that is the Ocean Soul coming up soon. Oh, they are going to start. Okay.
Yep. I mean,
I was going to say the Ocean Soul within a minute, a little over a minute.
they
is gonna
have the
be-
damage, except I don't know why they're starting it without Caitlyn there. I believe Caitlyn just went
You
to
know
do Raptors, but they're still putting out the damage
Yeah.
to try to bait them in.
Yeah, trying to make it look like they're
But
not
Deadpool
actually
might go
on
for the
it.
1v1. Interesting.
That was actually a huge headshot on the Deadpool Gambit.
Huge.
Deadpool Gambit's very low.
Vissel should
Forced
get
to
caught
heal
here. Vissel going almost half health. Barasan going in. Ulti saves Deadpool
Oh, another
Gambit for now,
huge
but
GLP.
huge tread
Dredge line.
line out of Capwell. This man's hitting them all today.
This is crazy.
I should just be able to fall back to the Baron and take it.
I don't know if chat's already been talking about this or if I'm going to be the first one to say this, but I know we were talking about the difference between Group A and Group B, but EXE is on fire today. They're looking super strong.
I think this is the best I've seen out of them. I've watched,
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah, we've
around them for so long.
Yeah, and we saw them
Like,
so
this
much
is so-
last season. They're just
Wow.
they're putting on a show. Like, yeah, this is insane. Hey, Unlimited Ninja, there are priorities, and you have Barons up here, but mid farm is definitely a tier above when you're playing AD carry.
Dragon is up. They have the Baron. They they should be able to easily take this. Get Soul again. Ocean Soul is pretty good for this team. Charm lands.
I know.
Wow.
And they can just keep
They
going.
can just go in. Double stun out of Barasan.
Charm gets flashed away from.
Barasan does get stunned,
Padawan
but
doesn't
it's not
care. He's
enough.
running past people.
Solo Mason is solo in the back though.
Yeah.
Nautilus coming back in to help. Hopefully they can kite.
Solo
Mason gonna kite this out.
him.
He's gonna kite this out.
Yeah.
Beautiful Patty with the ace. The Patty Daddy
Yeah.
with the ace.
He is 7-0-13. He's only been in. He's been in every kill but one. And now they
Looking
have
at
the Ocean Soul.
timers. Looking at timers, I don't know if they'll be able to for sure stop, or if they'll be able to for sure push for the get the in
But
hit.
it's a 10k gold lead with Ocean Soul. I have no idea how PTC comes back from this.
Wow. 7-0-13
What a
on Patty.
what a scoreline. That is hashtag goals right there. Maybe best mid in circuit, as the conversation was last season. Meduantano is looking incredibly strong this series already. Yeah, I mean, now at this point with the bottom inhibitor down, I believe both top and mid tier 2s are still up. So they can pretty much just bounce between those two lanes.
I mean, what we haven't really seen in this game is what we saw last game with Bearson just like always being, or well, we've seen the big plays out of Bearson, but top lane itself has just kind of been back and forth more. As like last time,
Kinda, yeah.
Malphite and Bearson was able to just hard like control that Maokai.
Yeah. So, I mean, Bearson always have the push as the Jax, and that's the second time now that he had two really strong flashes with the Counter-Strike in. So, even though he's
going in on the Megan Foxy, but
yep, Steadfast Presence,
Steadfast
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, even though
Solo Mason gets caught out, but doesn't matter.
yeah, they
Doesn't
couldn't get the
matter.
shockwave close,
Megan Foxy knocks both up, but
but they just get knocked up in place.
that
Yeah.
damage.
Nautilus actually has a Mikhail's build for the Ariel or the Ashe ultimate.
I think that's a
and the
pretty
polymorph.
That's a pretty good pick up.
Fun fact, if you guys didn't know this, if you Mikhail's yourself within a quarter of a second before a CC would hit you, it will completely erase the crowd control. Even though Mikhail's reads that it like removes the crowd control, you can remove upcoming crowd control if you do it early enough. And
Tricknick just diving in.
just kills Mega
One
Man.
shot. Mega Man 0. Wow. This'll.
Tricknick
Dead.
is
Tricknick looking for more. Can he get it? I don't know. Goes in on Big Lots. Big Lots uses his ult. Tricknick getting kited here by Double Gamut. Might die. Charm lands onto the Poppy.
I mean, they're buying a lot of space with Capo.
Solo Mason just, taking this inhib. Has not even been in here yet.
Oh, super good charm on the Megan Foxy.
Ashe, though, is doing Ashe things. Is the Ace in the Hole going to connect? Yep, but does not have enough because of, I assume, the Lulu shield
yeah,
there.
Lulu shield, yep. So
Just
now
going to
mid
take the
inhib's
third
down.
inhib.
And now it's going to be triple inhib down. And I wonder if they're just going to look for the end right away. I mean, Mega Man 0 is up. So, yeah, now he is 0-7-1.
I don't think that they can go for it here. Ashe out does land. Cap will take in a bit of damage. Dredge line's out. Padawan hits a huge charm. Goes in. Absolutely obliterates Mega Man 0. Dredge line connects. This should be enough. The wipe's going to come here. Huge plays out of Solo Mason and Padawan.
And
Triple kill for Caitlyn to end the game.
And that is going to be the ace, and that is going to be the game. So, what a crazy performance out of EXE. And all of and like Padawan 9-0-18. What a ridiculous scoreline.
10-1-15.
He's showing him it's like he doesn't care if he's down CS. He farms champions.
Patty Daddy, Patty Daddy.
Wow.
Wow, what a performance.
That is I'm in shock. Like having that crazy of a yeah, and think of it. That's his damage numbers with
A little under
Hextech,
3 times.
GLP, and Twin Channels. Like those aren't damage items.
Just a little bit under 3 times more damage than Mega Man 0.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, they're showing really strong because
I think there was a lot of questions about like this group and
Yeah.
who's like scavenge themselves to the top.
yeah.
After that performance, EXE is looking phenomenal compared to the
Yeah.
other 3 teams.
Yeah, I mean, we still haven't seen SRC yet, so when they make their debut, then we'll find out. I believe they play next week against Flame Horizon. But yeah, this is really interesting because PTC beat FLM like also like cleanly but relatively dominantly, and then this performance was just wow, crazy out of EXE, their team play. And yeah, kind of like with like Super Thick's Bard and how he hardly got it at the end of last season. I think the series alone, like Padawan's just never gonna get Ari again.
Well, I mean, you can't even just pin it all on the Ari. The Kazakhs alongside the Ari just continually diving. Mega Man 0 just
yeah,
blew him out.
yeah, that was super great team play out of them. So
I mean, I will say, Preston does bring up a good point. Are you afraid of EXE now after watching that performance?
Uh, if I'm playing against EXE, I know what I'm banning. I don't want to see the Ari. I don't want to see the Kazakhs. I'm scared of those champions. That is a big yikes. So,
I don't know. Like I think like knowing the team members like they needed this win. I
mhm.
think that this like the way that they played the second game especially they were so confident.
Oh yeah.
Whereas when we were looking at season one, I know it's obviously not the same team, but we'd see very like shy plays. It's like, can I go?
It was a lot less like aggressive because people were kind of just like staying in their own jungle, or if you'd see like spicy things out of jungle, it'd be just like, oh, maybe we're just vertical jungling, splitting up the map. But it was like pretty much always like a gentleman's agreement. Now you just see Tricknick just behind the red buff and just burning Vissel's flash at level 3. It's like, wow, this is going to be an exciting team, and this made Group B look so much more exciting. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. But uh, that will be all that we have for this week. A pretty strong 2-0. So stay tuned on Sunday for who do we have lined up? I want to say it's Rush. No, Rush versus Roman. Uh, I know it's either that or we have SRC versus FLM, but I'm pretty sure those are the week 3 teams. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, have a good night.
If my man was wearing this, I would be all over him.
That smells really good.